Preston Quinn back for another exciting weekly review, NFL reaction right here in week 2. Got off to a slow start this year. Got a little bit of a new setup. Got some new videos for you looking to upgrade a little bit. I thoroughly appreciate all the messages that I've received waiting for the NFL review. You see, there's a lot of fans out there that understand Preston Quinn's not affected by what the media says. You want the real scoop on what's going on in the National Football League. You want a trained eye to give you the real deal and not what the media spin. You come to the right place. The only organization that helps control the Pain Train Preston Quinn, Fabergé, the makers of Brute, one of our biggest sponsors. Slap on some of the Brute and be a man. Now, just yesterday, last night, we're a little late on this. Week 3 of the NFL season began with the Rams and the San Francisco 49ers and what people are calling a barn burner. Two teams going at it with the Rams edging them out. Jared Goff showing that he thinks he's going to be a superstar in this league, and I think I see it too. Hats off to you, kid. But there won't no defense in this game. Anytime one team scores over 40 and the other scores 39, the defense is a pile of garbage. And that's not good football, folks. That's what the casual fan wants to see. They want to see a bunch of scoring. You want to see a bunch of scoring, you watch some of that crap in college football. Watch them guys run up and down the field every minute and a half. That's a pile of crap. I watch the National Football League because I want to see the game of chess. I want to see offenses struggle to get the first downs and defenses digging in the dirt, putting a head on a head and trying to stop them. That's the glory that makes the National Football League the greatest sport in the world. Now, let's talk about Brian Hoyer. 330 yards. Everybody want to talk about Colin Kaepernick had such a bad team last year. That's why he couldn't throw up no big numbers, even when he had garbage time to be able to throw stats up. Hoyer just went out and threw 330. Start thinking about it, folks. Start thinking about it. You know, matter of fact, now that I think about it, you apologists out there, I'm a better analyst than some of them folks on some of the networks. So if you want to go protest in the name of the Pain Train Preston Quinn and talk about the injustices that I need a job, and get me a damn job. I'm tired of doing this for free and a bottle of Brute. So anyway, NFC East specialist. Speaking of the NFC East, you can't spell elite without Eli. Eli Manning has no offensive line. That man, we may have to be writing an obituary for him the way he's getting hit. You thought he looked stupid in the years leading up to this? Take a look at his face now when he gets hit. So anyway, the Giants are in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. I like to give them hell, but man, they are in some trouble. That offensive line, Eric Flowers is obviously one of the culprits, but that entire line is a bag of garbage. They knew it last year, and they did nothing to help their star quarterback out this year. And if I was Eli Manning, I'd tell him to shove it up it. That's bull crap. That is not how you treat your veteran guy. You got no running game, possibly because of the offensive line. Their only bread and butter was throwing the football, and he ain't even got time to get it downfield anymore. Instead McAdoo, instead of cutting off some of these long-ass routes, no, instead you're going to designed double moves in the routes. And you know your quarterback ain't got any time. You expect to win football games like that. At least you still got a good defense, because that's about the only luxury you got in New York. So, now let's move on to the Washington Redskins. Those pesky Redskins They eked one out over the Rams. Rams don't look that bad, so maybe, just maybe, Washington's better than a 7-9 team I predicted them to be. Kirk Cousins playing for the big contract hasn't really shown why yet. Cousins traditionally gets off to a slow start, and it appears he's going to be doing that again this year. I don't know what to say about the Washington Redskins. I just still see 7-9 for the Washington Redskins. I potentially see the same for the Giants. They might not win 7 games the way they're going. And then let's move on to the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of Eagles fans getting stoked. Should be. Carson Wentz is a star in the making. I said last year that I liked Carson Wentz. This year he's showing even more. I don't like the receivers in Philadelphia, and I do like the defense. And you still got no running game. There's a lot of holes in the Philadelphia Eagles that would leave me not feeling very excited as an Eagles fan for postseason success. But I believe that during the season, the Philadelphia Eagles may come away with better than an 8-8 record. I had originally thought that they wouldn't win 6 games, but Carson Wentz is progressing at a faster rate than I quite expected him to. So we'll see what happens out there in Philadelphia. Moving on to the Dallas Cowboys, got their asses handed to them by a real cocky and game Denver Broncos defense. And boy, I tell you what, that defense is every bit as real as it was when it whipped Scam Newton's ass in the Super Bowl. They used the exact same technique that they used to beat the Carolina Panthers on the Dallas Cowboys. They dared the Dallas Cowboys to throw the football, They dared the Dallas Cowboys to throw the football. They put man on the outside, and they used the linebackers to clog the lanes up on the zone blocking scheme of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, typically when a team does that, Zeke will bounce it to the outside, but you can't do that against Denver. You can't do that against Denver. The only way Dallas was going to defeat the Denver Broncos in that game was for Dak Prescott to be able to go downfield. And he couldn't do that, partly because Dak Prescott doesn't take chances, partly because his receivers aren't getting the separation they need to get. Terrence Williams banged up. Jason Witten never gets separation. He just runs outstanding routes for as slow as he is. Cole Beasley's a great route runner, but they had him covered fairly well. Des Bryant catches 7 balls, but let's be honest. How many times I got to go to him for him to catch 7 balls? He's a 50-50 receiver, meaning not he catches it 50% of the time, but meaning it's going to be between him and the defender. He's not going to separate from the defender. He wants the quarterback just to throw it up, and he's going to go up with his athleticism and try to get the football. For Dez, that works a lot. If I'm a quarterback, I don't like that. I'm not comfortable with that. I get the guy is a freak athletically. Fundamental football. That's what I'm looking for. I'll throw it to Jason Witten all day before I throw it up for a 50-50. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that's how it is. I don't see Des Bryant as being, he's not in any category of Beckham. He's not in any category of Brown. He's not in any category of Julio Jones. And anybody tries to say otherwise is fooling themselves. He does a lot of this. Completely athletic, completely gifted guy. But Des Bryant is not in their category because Des Bryant doesn't get separation. He runs lazy routes. So, I know I've got some Baltimore Ravens fans that like to watch. And the Ravens right now, hey, what can you say? I've always said Flacco's got a cannon. I understand you guys haven't had a real true test yet or anything like that. But, hey, kudos to you. You're getting the job done out there. I've always said Flacco's got a cannon. He's one of those guys where, kind of that middle of the pack. And if he's got the stuff around him, Joe Flacco can get the job done. I really like the Raiders, man. I said it last year, and I'm saying it again this year. Carr is the man. Like, I love Carr. And I like what the Raiders do. The defense is going to be, I think that may hurt them a little bit, but I like that they added Marshawn Lynch. I like that Lynch looks like he's having fun out there now. And Carr is man, he's a gunslinger. I'm really excited about seeing the future of him and the Oakland, or yeah, they're still Oakland right now, Raiders organization. I got a lot of Raiders fans that watch, and you guys are outstanding football team. But AFC West is an outstanding division. So the Chiefs look good, and Denver looks good. And again, a lot of people ask me about what I thought about Denver's offense. Dallas lost 3 starters in the secondary. The linebackers had to drop back into coverage, so the run was there, the pass was there. Little tough to gauge where Simeon's at. He's clearly improving as a player. I don't know that he'll be a superstar in the league. But Trevor Siemian, look, he did what he had to do to win the football game. His defense did what they had to do to win the football game. But that's just going from Dallas to Denver and trying to cover a little bit of the West. The Patriots are still doing their thing. And Jay Cutler, 1 game, and he's already matched Colin Kaepernick's total of wins last year. For all you people that doubted Jay Cutler's undefeated this year, so you guys can kiss his ass. That's just the way that's going to be. So, if we can move on a little bit, and we can talk a little bit about some of our favorite people that we used to talk about last year, let's talk about the media darling, Scam Newton. Scam Newton, 2-0. But is it because of Scam Newton? Has anybody watched those games? Have you watched him play this year? He is abysmal. For somebody that was supposed to be the future of the National Football League, the true dual threat, he can do this, he can do that. He's a pile of garbage out there against garbage teams. They're not scoring. They're not doing crap. Scam Newton, that's coming for you. You win against Buffalo. Tyrod Taylor. I said last year Tyrod Taylor was a pile of trash. It's no secret that I don't like read option quarterbacks because I feel like the read option is a way to cover for inefficiencies up here. Trying to figure out reads, trying to read defenses. I love athletic players, athletic quarterbacks. But when you go to your legs, when there's other things open downfield, you might as well just be a running back. But let's face it, the reason why you're not a running back is because you're scared to get hit. So, not to make this too long, as we're already running close to the 13-minute mark, and I know I can't keep everybody's attention for that long. But the Pain Train Preston Quinn has a video he wants to show to end this one, and it's Aaron Rodgers being obliterated by Vic Beasley. And I'll let you go on that note. Ladies and gentlemen, until next week, the Pain Train with the NFL reaction, week 2. See you next week. Right here, you're going to see Aaron Rodgers just get absolutely annihilated. Look at him. Oh, boy. Vic Beasley just, he crammed him. My goodness.